And we're back. That took longer than it should have. Try to forget this horrible night. Me too. Because Slenderman's forest has never glitched on me. But there's a first time for everything, it seems. Alright, so our pixel guy walks into the desert, hoping that this is the right place, and it is. So he goes into Area 52 and asks if there's anybody home. Well, let's find out here, newbie man. Does the box still work? Well, it works, but against me. So I guess as long as you pick up a health kit, it doesn't count as taking any HP damage. Because that's how it works. If it gets your health at the end of the match, as long as you have full health, it doesn't count as you taking any health. Oh shit, the aliens are white. There's other ones with guns. But the ones that run at you are just fucking untextured. Okay, well, this port's a little buggy, so I'll probably have to alter the title from playing, version 11 to playing buggy version 11 or something. But you'll see it when it goes up. Oh, no dice again. See, Pandora's box is a strange creature. It's overpowered, but, I mean, it's more used for PvP than PvE. But clearly, as we can see, it doesn't work half badly when you're playing a borked PC port of the game that's using an older version before it got too bad. Let's see what's in the box. Excellent, that's in the box. I think the alien is over here. Oh, it's the mother. Their leader. The mothership. Fuck no. It's the, I don't know, that's the boss. That's game. Hail. Hydra. So. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot. Oh, no. It's Jar Jar. There we go. Gotta save that shit for the screenshots. Alrighty. And this was probably the best level in my eyes. A lot of people really liked the Slenderman one. I thought the Slenderman one was good, but this was the one that really stuck out to me even after I've played it through all these years. The Silent Hill level. Oh, good luck. Like, the whole thing with the school and all of this shit was, the whole thing had been leading up to this, spooky ass finale, and now you're given an actual objective, so it's a good end to the first act, and you know what you're doing now. Let's see, good luck. Boom. See, if you're going to put a loot box in a game, how about you have it do something fun like that, where if it's luck-based, it has, like, flip a coin and see if you die or if everyone else dies. That's a cool mechanic. You don't see that shit in Call of Duty, or most shooter games. There's more fucking creativity and interesting ideas in a Russian Minecraft copycat game for an iPad and anime shit combined. It's... I hear all the time about how awesome this fucking, 2D anime shit that looks terrible is, and it's just not. It's just... There's no creativity in that shit either. It's incredibly fucking contrived most times, and, I mean, I get all stories are fucking contrived, but there's a difference between that and then just like being lazy as shit and making garbage that's fucking high pitched, annoying, and hurts to listen to. What I do like, though, by comparison to that, is that there's this creepy upside down classroom with a baby laughing. And over here it's completely normal, like all the papers are flying. See, good environmental storytelling like this can go a long way in a game that's otherwise just super simple. They didn't have to put all the fucking hanging corpses in the room over here, but it helps the mood and sets a dark and, dreary tone for the whole game. You're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. It shouldn't feel like it's fun. It should feel like you're having fun in spite of the shitty situation you've been placed in. And that's what so many developers just do not understand, and therefore their games lack any kind of heart or integrity in that regard, because they're just having fun being psychotic murderers who enjoy killing. Like, that was a work of satire with something like Metal Gear Solid or Spec Ops. You enjoy all the killing, don't you? And, it's fine to poke fun at that shit, but the point wasn't that the reason why people love those games is because they enjoy the killing. It's because they enjoy working together in the community. But nobody, who usually critiqued that shit looked at it at anything other than the surface. And a lot of the game design gripes, I think, were especially pretty apparent, because it was fairly limiting, because you just had to keep making game after game, but in isolation it was a little hard for any one game to stick out. And there we are, World 2. Hello, chicken. But, I mean, you had some that were better than others. Obviously, everybody and their dogs still seems to remember Call of Duty, self-included. Well, good luck. And I attribute that mostly to it being, the top dog, but also it having bot support and mostly offline stuff at a time where most people likely didn't even want to pay for Xbox Live, much less had it, so you still had a full and complete-ish game with a lot of content that's like 3 or 4 games in one. The only downside, obviously, with a lot of games is that you couldn't take them anywhere with you, and then games like this and other games come along and, fix that shit right up. Gameloft, I think, for the longest time was a company that simply got by on having way better production value than most other companies making games on the tablets and the phones. And Pixelgun as well. And unfortunately, once everybody else caught up, they started to get complacent and lazy. And the quality of their products either deteriorated or their products just either fucking disappeared outright. Most of the modern combat games you can't even play anymore. There was one that I really liked from Gameloft called Blitz Brigade, which was like Battlefield Heroes mixed with Team Fortress 2. And, you can't even play that shit anymore because they delisted it. So here's the backstory. The high school girl had decided to hit the monsters in the dragon in the head with the shovel, and then the dragon sends his monsters over to our world because that's a good idea there, woman. Anyway, seems like some of these are bugged out a bit. Spin the wheel. Uh-oh. Bad luck. Good luck. There's definitely an improvement to lighting and textures, despite some of the, the cloths or whatever being bugged out. You can tell they tried to make the environments bigger, and better as they went along. Oh, good luck. I appreciate the effort. It's pretty nice. I like that they also put the distant new levels over there. Like when you go to the Sky Islands after this one, you can see there's a low poly version of it out there. You just couldn't see it as well before. Oh, bad luck. And now it's time for him to die, and I'm gonna look for a health power-up before I get the gun, so I don't have to replay this level. Oh. This thing really seems to like freezing. I don't know why. Big ass stutters. It's not like I'm really pushing any graphical limits here. It's probably because I don't have my frame rate capped. Armor. Oh, health. There we go. Excellent. There's the gun. There we are. And, I mean, at least for the sake of this game, I'm glad they didn't put any other challenges in there after the fact, because I know they totally would have done some bullshit, which is why they didn't bother doing any more campaign levels, because they couldn't fuck with you. Not because it wouldn't have made money. I'm sure they would have gotten a few people who would have paid for shit just to play the new campaign, but no, they did it so they could just, you know, say, fuck you, pretty much. Why is Slenderman here? I thought it was pigs. They didn't have Slenderman here. They had... Okay, this is weird. Yeah, they had pigs. They didn't have Slenderman, though. It was like some other thing. I think it was just a normal zombie. Damn it. I had never really liked those fucking projectile ones, the plants or whatever it be. They're also just copying off of Nintendo. Looks like a damn piranha plant. But this is why I go in with the big gun, because if they're gonna go in with the big gun, I'm gonna go in with the big gun and hindsight. Because I really wished I would have known better when I was a kid. Because I didn't pay attention to any of the strategies or none of that shit. Oink oink. Alrighty. I'll look around for the armor, and hopefully they didn't account for armor damage. I think it was just health damage. But just to be safe, I'm not gonna take any chances. You've also gotta love how the schoolgirl just fucking sits up there, you know, while I do all the heavy lifting. Fucking piece of shit. Oh, well, I don't know how to fight. Oh, you're gonna have to. Tough shit. Clearly you know how to smack a dragon with a shovel. Anyway. I think the gem was on top of the tree. Yep, there it is. Alright, doesn't look like there's any more power-ups. Down I go. It's time to face the music. Excellent. 3 stars. It was health damage. Good roasted pig. Well, I mean, hell, pork sounds pretty good. At least not the zombie one, though. I like all these different illustrations. That's nice. And then, like, the mysterious music. The soundtrack for this game is great. Like, all of a sudden, they just start playing smooth jazz in the snow level. Because fuck it, why not, right? It's a great place to hide a coin. Great way to get all my fucking health gone, too. We're just fucking rocking and rolling with the big gun. Oh yeah, I also like that they added the chunk of ice. Because a lot of stuff just didn't make sense. Then they added little details that actually, you know, aligned properly with the comics. I still want like a whole Pixel Gun comic series, just because that was like such a great idea for telling the story. I also like they didn't change that guy one bit. He runs right at you, and he dies like the rest. Don't mess with the best. I think the gem was... Yep, it's up there. Excellent. There we go, 3 stars. The best way to get 3 stars on every single level is to instead play the good version of the game, or one of them, equip Pandora's box in case the shit gets stuck, and then use the mouse and keyboard. And there you go, that's how you win. So before I continue this exciting journey, I'm going to stop here for right now, and we'll do another part.